Was he not the one who emerged and said that my hands are tied, I must work for UDUAGHAN? It does not have the moral capacity for change. He has been using his Lekki, Jaro, Omovudu, Ego as a tool to do this. But we reject them. Debtors will reject them at the pool. We are very much aware that they are all planning to ensure that all voters register cards that are already in existence are sold and are bought up. And we are telling INEC, we will not allow the disenfranchisement of those who have come of electoral age. Therefore, we challenge JEGA immediately to ensure that all those who have come up to 18 must vote. Indeed, we are challenging JEGA, we are challenging INEC, we are challenging the police, we are challenging the army, that if one man, one vote must be, then we must see it be made manifest in Delta State. Delta State ought to have accelerated voters registration. What about people taking decisions for their life in the next 4 years and they do not have the capacity to vote and cannot take a decision? Where would they live? Are they going to be banned by who and by what? They have the right, the natural right to vote at this particular point in time. Let me ask you, what about those who have died? Are they going to vote? No. If nature made it impossible for them to vote, nature should also make it possible for those who have come up to 18 to vote. I shall personally lead a 10,000 march to INEC office in Abuja. I shall personally lead a 10,000 march to the IG office in Abuja, and we will ensure that voters, the young people who have come of age, are allowed to vote. We are aware that PDP have fake voters card everywhere. Over 50,000 to 200,000 are in their hands, and they are the ones ensuring, talking to INEC, using those corrupt people in INEC like Philip Umedi. People like Philip Umedi should resign. They should join Ayoka to resign, because we will not sit down and watch somebody playing with the lives of debtors. We see this as a very important God-given assignment, and we will not allow one man, because it was a Uniben with UDUAGHAN, with Ibori, with AGEGE, to take our lives for granted. It will not work. We will resist it, we will reject it, we will stand against it by every legal means necessary. We will go to the street and demand that elections, free and fair elections, must be held. And let me say this: if free and fair elections will not be guaranteed, we will take our destiny into our own hands. We call on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to take a very clear note and to take an action on this. How come data capturing machines that were just coming to the country could be stolen? That is ineptitude. That is an opportunity for us to believe that INEC is not as serious as we thought they should be. If they could be stolen by the airport, what is the guarantee that they will not be stolen at the polling booths? We do not trust INEC anymore. We have our genuine fears, and INEC must address them. If they don't address them, then we will ensure that we go to the street and show to the world that Nigeria is not ready for free and fair elections. If Nigeria is ready for free and fair elections, Delta State must be a test case. A test case, and this test case begins with ensuring that no one Nigerian is disenfranchised. And that is why we are saying, henceforth, all electoral criminals like UDUAGHAN should not even be allowed to contest in the first place. He is a criminal. If there are many people in the prison yard, in the cells, for common crimes, why would someone like Emmanuel UDUAGHAN be walking free on the street? We say no, we reject this. Yet they are going issuing threats to people like us. One Sunday Array has been in the forefront of ensuring that if uses trumped-up charges to come on me, they've been looking for ways to get me out of the way. They want to ensure that I am tracked down and cracked down. But we will not be intimidated. We will never be intimidated. We will be scared of evil, because the victory of good over evil is forever. and we are ready to defend the good and the sovereign will of the people, even unto the last man. But here we are saying, if you don't want us to go the Ekiti way, rig or roast, then actions necessary for ensuring credible, free and fair elections must begin. I call on the United Nations, I call on American government, I call on the British government, I call on the AU, I call on ECOWAS to prevail on Nigeria to conduct free, fair and credible elections, beginning with Delta State. Any attempt to use political abracadabra to ensure that great Odeje Ogbaru is disenfranchised of his teeming young followers who have come of age to vote, we will resist it, we will reject it, and we will not accept it. And I call on all Deltans in diaspora to rise up, to join us as we begin the process of protest all over the country. Whatever country you are, stand up with your placard and say, conduct free and fair elections. We also wish to warn that any attempt to try to snuff life out on Papa Ike Clark, who have stood with the majority of Deltans, who have fought for the good of the common man, who has rejected to be an elder in senility, like some elders who have sold their lives and their heart to the devil. They have eaten sour grape. The children's teeth are now set on edge. Ike Clark has refused to be one old man who will die as a father who lacked morals. It's a shame that people like Papa Otobo, it's a shame that they have taken the part of Ifemi at old age. I respect old age, I respect fatherhood, I respect motherhood, but a father that will sell the future of their children just because he wants to remain relevant is a father that should not be celebrated. And I say this to all fathers like Ijoma and their cohorts who have sold us out. People like Didi Dala, who has turned to become a shame, to quit the stage. This is a very clear clarion call, and also to show to the world that Augustine Ove Omoagege is an ex-convict. This is a valid document from the State Bar of California showing Omoagege as an ex-convict. He could not have made money out of legal practice. He could not even practice for more than 4 years. He came to Nigeria as an ex-convict. He could not contest until 10 years elapsed. Here is his phone number: 661-472-7843. If you doubt it, go to America. They will write out this number and you will see who owns it. Look at his first number: 661-472-7843. His bad number is 162185. Address 6009 Times Square, Bakersfield, California 93311. His email aagege@aol.com. This man has been an ex-convict. How long shall Delta suffer with ex-convicts as governors? We will not allow desperate souls, occultic souls, satanic souls to lead Delta State. Emmanuel UDUAGHAN and Ovie Omoagege do not have the character to lead Delta State. They are men of questionable character. One has been duly made to pay for his electoral sin, and this one, an ex-convict, though now eligible to contest, has moral ineptitude on him. Let me show to you what was said about him. It said, May 30th, 1996, Augustine O. Omoagege, number 162185, at that time of 34 of Los Angeles, was placed on interim suspension effective May 30th, 1996, following his conviction for violating California Penal Code 470 of forgery, a felony offense involving moral turpitude. How can he lead Delta State? What difference will he bring? This man was in government. He was part of the Ibori leftovers. We need fresh air. Talib Tebite, go. Emmanuel UDUAGHAN, go. Saudi Arabia, go. Omojeba, go. And all of you who have held Delta State hostage, I know after this you want to send more of your gunmen after me, but it won't work, because God of justice will preserve the agents of change and of truth until justice is done. Emmanuel Eweta UDUAGHAN is an electoral criminal who did not have the authorization of the people to share their commonwealth. This is the ruling, and these were the clear words of the judges who ruled, where we have an electoral criminal, and here we have an ex-convict, a man who forged documents, two of a kind. They cannot stand this man called GREAT2. The time for change is now. All debtors, stand up and reject this man. Go out and join us when I shall call you in a few days' time to join us protest, ensuring that never again shall we allow these people take the good people of Delta State for a ride. We will not allow violence in Delta State. We will not be part of violence, but we will seek all legal means to ensure that eligible voters are registered and they vote, and their vote will surely count. We use this opportunity to also call on Philip Umedi. Philip, you are a criminal. You need to resign from INEC. Jega, you must be firm. You must take proactive steps now. If you cannot do this job, resign now, because debtors won't take it easy. This is the cry for freedom. And freedom, comment.